So, mommy, where are we going today?
We'll see, baby.
Our trip comes today.
Here, Mom.
So they're coming today.
We're gonna go to the store later, baby girl.
Good morning. This is call number 2020-17399. In the interest of Aiden and Salma Villegas, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, man. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Mara Villegas, and I'm their mother.
All right. For the states.
Marcella Turner.
And the total parent, please identify yourself.
Mark Henry.
And you are
father of Salma, Salma Villegas and Aiden Villegas.
All right. We've got an original petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship with an AOP. Is that correct, Ms. Turner?
Yes, Your Honor, for both
And
children.
we're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's read those into the record.
The parties have agreed to joint managing conservatorship with Ms. Villegas appointed as the who determines where the children reside without regard to geographic location. The parties have also agreed to a standard possession and access order with pickup and drop off at a McDonald's located at 6815 Harrisburg Boulevard. The parties have also agreed to a non-disclosure to keep Ms. Villegas' address confidential in this order. The parties have also agreed to child support in the amount of $267 and medical support in the amount of $70, both of those to begin on September 1st of 2020.
Is that 267 or 257?
267.
All right. And the medical support is how much?
$70.
70. All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Villegas.
What are the issues?
I'm sorry, retroactive child support. That's
Okay.
the only issue before the court today.
All right. All right, let's proceed.
At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Villegas. Ms. Villegas, did you hear of the agreed portion that I read into the record?
Yes.
And was that your agreement?
Yes.
And did anyone force you to make that agreement?
No.
And do you believe that to be in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Villegas, when was the last time you and Mr. Henry resided together as a family unit? Do you remember the date and the year and the month?
The year was 15. The month, I believe it was September.
Okay, so it'd be
2015.
okay. So it'd be accurate to state that essentially you guys have not lived together in the last 4 years, correct?
Correct.
And since that time, has Mr. Villegas provided any financial support for the children to you?
He did. He did sometimes, not every month, not every
Okay.
month, just sometimes.
And do you remember exactly how much he's given you financially for the, or monetarily for the children, or clothes, shoes, any of that?
Not the total, but he would give sometimes 100 or sometimes 300.
Okay. Do you have a roundabout figure as to what the total has been to a date
From-
certain, or?
From those 4 years,
Mhm.
honestly, I don't think it's I don't think it's over 2,000.
You don't think it's over 2,000?
No.
But
In 4 years, no.
so would it be more or less closer to 2,000 or closer to like 1,500?
Closer to maybe 1,500.
Okay. All right. And are you requesting back child support for the 2 children, giving him credit for what you estimated that he has given?
Yes.
Okay. And has he ever provided bought any shoes or clothing or any of that for the children?
No, he just gave cash, and I bought the kids the shoes, and I always sent them pictures of everything that I bought for the kids with his money. So it would always go to the children, to the kids.
Okay. And do you have any knowledge as to what type of work Mr. Henry was doing within the last 4 years?
All I know is just sales.
What
Sales?
was the answer?
Sales.
Miss Villegas, what did you say?
Sales.
Sales. Okay.
Yes.
And do you have any knowledge as to what type of income he brought in, or are you just unsure?
I'm unsure. I guess it depends on how much he sells.
Okay. No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Henry, you have any questions of Ms. Villegas?
Do I have any questions for her?
Yes.
No.
All right. Well, your next witness.
The state would like to call Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry, did you hear the agreed portion that I read into the record a few moments ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that your agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to make that agreement?
No, ma'am.
And do you believe it to be in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
So, Mr. Henry, do you have you resided with Ms. Villegas within the last 4 years, or is it safe
No.
to say? And have you provided financial support for the children to Ms. Villegas?
Oh my God, can you give me toys?
When she was around, they left. They got off WhatsApp, got off Facebook, got off Messenger, got off everything, and disappeared. I haven't saw her in a long time.
Okay.
Talked to my kids in a long time.
But the question was, in the last 4 years.
3 years. For 3 years. Like 3. No, I haven't even talked to them.
Okay.
I didn't know who she was.
So there was a point in time where you were giving some money, is that correct? Within the last 4 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any?
I was even going over there living. I was going over there sleeping. When I come in town, I would sleep over there with them.
Okay. Do you know about how much you provided financially for the children? Was it closer to 1,500 or 2,000 as Ms. Villegas stated?
I couldn't even tell you, ma'am. But I think it was over that, to be honest with you.
And why didn't you provide support in the last 3 years, as you just stated?
No phone number. She got off Facebook messages. She got off WhatsApp messages. Got off everything. I had no contact with them and couldn't get in contact with them at all. But she know that, though.
You had my address in Virginia.
Ma'am, it's not your time right now.
Stop lying.
I'll give
Nothing.
you an
She was
opportunity to ask
gone.
questions. Hold on, folks. We're only going to be one at a time here. Right now, Mr. Henry is testifying. Everybody will have an opportunity to ask questions, okay?
I'm sorry.
Continue, Ms. Turner, please.
Okay. So, Mr. Henry, are you saying that if you had Ms. Villegas's address, you would have provided support, or what are you
It would have
saying?
been no problem. It'd have been no problem with anything. And only one time she called me that I didn't have it. When work was a little slow. It was never a problem. And when she was living in Houston, I would go there. When she got remarried to the guy, everything just changed. Got on some whole other stuff. But she know that, though.
So, did you have her address where she moved, or are you saying you didn't have her address?
I don't know if she's talking about me having her address.
So did she ever send you any emails or text messages saying, hey, this is where we're moving, so that you would know where to send money? Or
I didn't even know. As a matter of fact, I moved to Houston thinking she was there. She had moved to Virginia. She know that she didn't. And then maybe they got into it or something. Then I got a call.
Okay.
Then I got a call, and she was from her telling me she lives in Virginia. And I sent them some toys and something. Then she disappeared again.
So how did you send them toys?
That's what I'm saying. It was one time I sent them something, and then she disappeared again.
Okay.
Like I could not find her. She kept disappearing, and she'd be gone for years. Like it was years. And can you ask her right now? She's testifying. And when I remember I sent them some toys. Maybe he found out that I sent them something and told her. She didn't know that.
So in the last 4 or 3 years, have you you worked, right?
Yes.
Okay, where were you working and what were you doing?
Selling 10 Jennings. It was more or less a fake. Like somebody would call me for a show, a trade show here and there, and I would that's what I would do.
Okay, so on average, how much did you bring in each month doing that type of work?
Well, it can be slow. It's only commission only. So you'll go there. They provide your food. They provide your they get your Airbnb or hotel depending on how many people we're gonna have, and
So,
just nothing. You can make maybe $1,000 a month, maybe. Sometimes you'll leave with like $100 like for a whole weekend. Like some people wouldn't show up. A trade show is a car show, a bridal show, or just depends on the. Sometimes you'll just sell nothing.
Okay, Mr. Henry,
That's why.
Mr. Henry, you still doing the same type of work?
Well, it's shut down now because I do no work now. It was shut down because it was so personal. You got to touch the customer and, be in the personal space of the customer. So they canceled all the trade shows.
Okay, so a question for Ms. Turner. Is this 267 based on minimum wage? Is that what you're saying?
that's correct, Your Honor. It's
All
based
right,
on.
so makes no difference unless he made more than minimum wage, right?
Right. I was just trying to find out.
All right. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Henry, do you believe that you owe some back child support, or what is your argument today?
I don't want to give her any. Like she knows she just left, and I had no idea what it was or anything. Like I don't. It wasn't. Not even their voices or nothing. Like I wonder what she's gonna say to that. Like, what was no calls, no texts, no Facebook, no anything. She got off everything. Like I'm telling you, when I finally knew they moved to Virginia, 'cause I didn't even know they'd been gone. I think maybe her and dude got into it or something. That's the reason I gave the guy a call. And that's when I sent them something. That's the minute she gave me the address, that's when I actually sent them something and some toys. Maybe he found out that I sent the toys, then disappeared again.
Okay. No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Villegas, do you have any questions for Mr. Henry?
I don't have any questions.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Turner?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything further, Ms. Villegas?
My name Henry.
Oh, no, Miss Villegas, I said. Anything further,
Oh, Miss
Villegas, you want to say?
I just want to say that when we were living in Virginia, I did give him my address and he did have my phone, and they would be allowed to video call. They did video call several times. And so what he is saying is not true. They were talking on video until the video calls were not towards the children, were more like wanting to talk to me. So this is why the calls were cut off, where he was no longer able to talk to the kids because of this, and he should know this. So he did have my address, and he sent one book for the kids, that not toys, but one book for the children. They did receive it, they did play with it. So but that was it.
So where do you live now?
I would send requests through the Cash app, and they were never answered. So this is why also the calls were cut off.
Ma'am, when did you move from Virginia?
We moved to Virginia on 2018.
And when did you leave?
2018, around September. I left to Virginia, and we came back in January of this year.
Of this year?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So for a fact, I didn't disappear from my Facebook. My Facebook's been on there. I've had contact with his family members, shared photos and things of that for his family, but this is why the kids were not allowed to talk to him over the phone, and he knows. So I wasn't trying to keep him away from the kids. I just felt like his intentions were not right.
All All right, Mr. Henry, you have something to say?
That's not true at all. I'm blocked on her Facebook, blocked on all that stuff. She know that already. She like just first everything was cool. I'm telling you, just I did not even know she even moved to Virginia. She just lying. I'm telling you, it was when she called me, something happened between her and dude. And she called me, even let me know after she moved, after she been moved. I actually moved back to Texas thinking they was there. My work, like thinking they was there. And she already left again. So
I just moved one time.
just that move. So her to saying like we just was communicating and stuff, like it would go like months. She'd go 6, 7, 8 months. I don't talk to them, just send me a $300 request, like send me some money, like I don't talk to them at all or nothing. So it was just like she would periodically just send me requests after I don't talk to them and I couldn't even contact them at all. She know that. It wasn't no mutual, we just was nah. I don't even get out like that.
All right, the court awards a retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $9,000 to be paid at the rate of $65 a month beginning September 1st, 2020. All the other stipulations are approved.
Hunter, you said $65?
$65 a month.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, thank you. May we be excused? Mr. Henry and Miss Villegas, don't hang up.
Yum, yum.